Oh, they may be playing football, and the crowd is yelling, kill the referee. But no matter what the score, when the clock strikes 4, everything stops for tea.
Hi and welcome to Spill the Tea, the show for British expats and everybody that loves all things British. My name's Ian.
And my name is Sam. Coming up on today's show, we're going to talk about pets in lockdown. Our guest is Wayne Skivington. He is an acrobat. He is a personal trainer virtually right now. And what else is he, Ian? Because there's one more thing that he's a model. And we're also going to talk about Phase 1 opening. So before we do that, we're going to spill the tea, have a chit chat and probably eat a cupcake.
I know, we do. We have cupcakes today, which is going to be pretty awesome.
I'm so giddy because, well, cupcakes, that's the first
Only
reason.
be giddy for cupcakes, really. Look, wait, I'm going to put them right in your camera. There you go.
I'm giddy for cupcakes, but I'm giddy to see real people.
Oh, I know, it's true. You're in the studio.
I am in the studio and
You're there.
the only person that I have physically seen is Jim,
Yeah.
my husband. And, you know, he comes home, it's like, because I haven't spoken to anyone all day.
Right.
I saw Craig and Nicole from a distance.
Yeah.
And I saw Dan Valance and his wife from a distance. But
You mean you were stalking them?
kind of a little bit
From a distance. with
from a distance,
big,
yeah,
long
in
telescope.
a bush.
Yeah.
But other than that, I haven't actually, and I've only seen them a couple of times. That's
Well,
it.
welcome back to the world.
I know, it feels so good. Honestly,
Yeah,
it really
yeah.
does. So
And we've been doing all the necessary kind of measures
yeah, there you go. Got my
with the studio, because we here in Nevada we were able to officially sort of reopen as of
Yeah.
as of
It was Saturday, yeah,
night.
midnight on Friday night,
Yeah,
12:01.
Saturday, yeah.
12:01.
But you know, we're getting all these kind of directives as to what we can do, what we can't do, and what we have to do as a business. So we spent yesterday implementing all that fun stuff.
It's a lot, isn't it?
Which is why you're able to be here.
Yes, yeah,
And look, we are. This is pretty much about 6 feet.
yeah. He's not going to catch anything from me because I've had my antibody test.
It's maybe like 5'10", but you know, we won't tell the government. But no, we do have these. We do have cupcakes. They arrived this morning, courtesy of Mr. Patrick.
Yeah, we
which
love
was a
Patrick
nice
for many
surprise.
reasons, and one of them is his baking.
And it was actually Amanda. Where's Amanda? Is she here?
She was here a second ago.
Yeah, it was actually her and
Fascinating.
Patrick's 6th wedding anniversary yesterday.
Was it?
So happy
How
anniversary
many?
to 6th.
How fast did that go?
About as fast as the last 6 weeks have done under lockdown.
Yeah, it feels like 6 years, doesn't it? Isn't it more than 6 weeks that
I
we've
feel
been
like
on
we
the
do a
lockdown?
daily show at the moment. That's how quickly it seems to go.
It's the only one thing that's on a schedule, really, that we do.
Yeah, really, for
You
sure.
know, so you just know that another week has rolled around only because of that.
That's the only way I'm able to gauge it. Actually, hopefully it'll get a little easier now. Now we're sort of officially back.
That's
But,
right.
Sorry, we're not ignoring you people out there. We're just trying to find the actual show because
Yeah,
hopefully we're on somewhere.
we are somewhere.
Are we live, Travis?
I can see us.
No, we're not live. Just kidding. We're live. We're definitely
We are.
live.
And Travis is over here. He's a
lighting
good
looks-
social distance away.
Get away.
You are.
I'm thinking about putting a plastic
Plexiglass.
plexiglass between me and you.
Like
Oh,
a
yeah.
Have
drummer.
like a sound booth kind of thing.
Now that's what they're going to be doing, or they've suggested doing at the casinos, which I don't know if that's going to work. I mean, really, you're going to be able to have like a blackjack table,
Yeah.
which let's say normally has 6 people. Now
Yeah.
it can only have 3, but they're talking about having like plastic partitions between each seat, and then a big semicircular one between the dealer. It's going to feel a bit weird.
Lonely.
Yeah.
But
And-
then you've got the cleaning of that after every game. What do they do with cards? What do they do with chips? How do they sanitize
I don't, and that's really the
them?
thing about right now is that we are in this globally. I think in the sort of generally in the sort of start of the reopening, whether you feel it's a good idea or a bad idea,
Right.
you know, I don't know.
I
But
do think, and I think some businesses will do it because it makes people feel more secure. They may not believe in it, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's, personally, I think it's quite extreme, some of the things. I mean, extreme.
Yeah.
And
Well,
as you know, I follow the CDC website. That's exciting to look at. And if you actually go on the CDC website, just don't look at the numbers on the homepage because those numbers are total deaths of pneumonia, flu, corona.
Oh, careful
So
now.
start,
Careful now.
Start scrolling down.
We'll start getting into the pandemic.
Yeah, right. So start scrolling down to the actual tables.
Yeah.
And they did modify their numbers on May 1st. The only reason I know is because I'm on every day.
Yeah.
And it went from, on that day, it was something like 65,000. It had said 65,000. But I went back down to the table and they'd added 2 more columns and they'd extracted out flu and they'd extracted out pneumonia. And on that day, it was 37,000. Go and look. People wanted to try and tell me I didn't know how to read a table on the CDC's website.
No,
but take a look. I mean, and if you look at the pneumonia numbers, they're worse than the corona right now.
But isn't
which is terrible.
But isn't pneumonia a symptom of
yes,
corona?
but it's extracted out because on the next few columns it'll say corona with pneumonia, corona with influenza, and then the final column is all of it together.
Yeah. I think the numbers are going to probably refine themselves out over time, but I think right now we're told so many different things.
Well, and it's not
tell.
particularly accurate because if you actually read. Oh, I don't know why I read this stuff. It's so boring. But if you actually read their website, you know, they say how inaccurate it is because it all depends on how hospitals code. It also, they're reporting obviously slow over the weekends. That's why you see kind of a big jump on Mondays and Tuesdays. And there is a little blurb on there, if you go down there, that says corona is on a level of a bad flu season.
Right.
So, but you can go to the CDC website, go and read it because that's what you need to do. You need to go to the source.
Well, at least now we all know that we have differences of opinion on certain sides of our world, and even though we are.
But go to the CDC website. That's the final reporting.
No, it's true. Well, true.
People wanted to tell me I didn't know what I was reading. And I'm like, you see that 37,000. Keep scrolling through the columns.
Right.
Do the math. It's easy peasy, But I said, don't tell me I don't know how to read a graph. And I love stats, by the way. I don't know if you know this. I love statistics. I love them, of course. It does say, though, it's not, they sound their own website's not very accurate. But here's the thing. I think I've changed a lot from the beginning to now.
You do?
In my opinions, yeah. In the beginning, I was like, and you probably heard me on the show, people, just follow what you're supposed to do. Just stay home and wash your hands and blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
And then the more you know, the more you research and the more you read about how it's transferred or, how long it lasts on certain surfaces, you just start.
Which they're still not completely down on.
Exactly. Exactly. Do you wear a mask? Do you not wear a mask? I mean, that's changed a million times.
Well,
so I'm like, oh.
It has, and I think the fact that there is it's still fluid, even at this stage. It was still. I mean, I think we'll look back at this time in a year, 2, 3,
or maybe we'll just forget about it because it's been a nightmare.
Well,
maybe we'll never talk about it.
That would be nice. But I think ultimately we. Things will find themselves out. I mean, it's going to settle down. We're going to know the facts as they emerge.
Well, the interesting thing, if anyone's watched the 1918 documentary about influenza,
right,
we're not doing anything any different than they did 100 years ago, which makes me think, did we learn much? But after that was over, people never talked about it because it was so horrendous, and they just stopped. They said they just stopped talking about it because it was so bad for everybody. Yeah. But if you watch it, you could just replace influenza with corona. You're like, yeah, that's exactly what we're doing the same things.
Anyway,
exactly.
Have a cupcake.
Do you see how he just cut me off there?
I did.
That was rude. That was so rude.
I'm going
to push that cupcake on the end of your nose. You'll like that too.
Yeah, it's pleased you're back. Can we just get her back on screen? No, I'm kidding.
Well, listen, let's talk about
let's see who we got today. Who we got today?
Yeah.
We got Susan, Kevin. Nice to see you, Kevin. Mickey Mouse is in the house. Of course he is.
Mick's confused. You know what? I get it. Because it's
Michael.
Don't leave your house unless you need to leave your house.
Right.
Wear a mask unless you don't need to wear a mask.
It's true.
You do have to take control for yourself too, though. Emma's here.
Catherine. Good morning, Catherine. Michael Novelli. Hello there. Good to see you.
Michael, my pal. Oh, you know Michael.
My mum's on, of course. Derek Morrison. Actually, I need to give you a call. You left me a message the other day. I will do that. Sorry about that. Mike in Greece is watching.
No, Mike. That's not political. I don't look at Corona as political at all. I think people have made it extremely political. But I think one thing to note, though, about it is no two people are having the same experience during this. No two people. So whatever you feel, you're right. Because that's your experience.
I heard us.
Everybody's so different.
The end of the day was it. We're all on this. We're all in the same storm, but we're all on very different boats.
Yeah, absolutely
So,
we are. So, don't be mad at other people who don't share your same opinion because you just don't know what their
I would like
situation
to
is.
point something out. You did say if you believe in it.
Believe in...
In the corona, like in your vernacular when you were explaining it, it's like, do you believe in it? It's now a thing you can believe in rather than a fact.
Oh, yeah, it's become that as well.
It's almost like global, like climate change and stuff like that.
Well, you tend to believe in it more when someone has had it or...
It's directly
sadly has passed away. I mean,
yeah, of course.
my dad's cousin is the one that had it at 84 and recovered. That's real. He really did have that. Bless him. But yeah, he recovered, which was amazing.
So who else we got on here? We've got Vince Williams.
Mr.
Hello, Vince. Vince is doing his own kind of lockdown laughs, I think it's called.
Oh,
on
nice.
Facebook.
What a
It's
good
kind of fun
name.
thing. Yeah. Craig is on. You'll be on in a little while, Craig, actually.
Trey. Haven't seen Trey in a long time. Beige is here.
Betia. Hello, Betia.
Graham.
let us
Best
know-
Pied Piper I know. Graham Gunyon.
Lovely. And then... what else we got? Who else we got? Actually, let us know where you're watching from, because I know we do have our Spill the Tea Globe right here, right now.
Yeah.
And I've got two to add because I've noticed we've got some viewers in Germany and the Netherlands that are not on there. We haven't updated this for a little bit.
Nice.
So let us know where you're watching from. And if you're not as a sparkly, blingy thing on our globe, you get to be on there.
That's right.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
I know. So the one thing, speaking more generally, though, and this is definitely your expert subject,
Right.
is our pets, our fur babies, if you want to call them, that have had an awful lot more of us
Yes.
during lockdown, and now people are starting to get back to work. How do you think this has actually impacted them? What do you think that some are happy that we're here, or not so happy because we've upset their routine?
And they do have a life when you're not at home. They have a routine, most definitely.
Right.
And if you've got cameras in your house, it's always fun to see what the heck they're up to. But generally, pets, of course, like you to be around.
Yeah.
So that's quite the treat. I think some dogs are probably sick and tired of going for a walk. Because
They're probably getting a lot more exercise than they would normally
really,
get.
can I just have a day off? Which, by the way, your pets should have a day off.
Yeah.
We can think about it. We tell our pets everything. We tell them when they're going to get fed. We tell them they're going to have a walk. We tell them we're going to go to bed. Now you're having a bath. Now I'm going to do your nails. They do need some time to just do their own thing like the rest of us.
Right.
But a lot of people have focused in on enrichment, playing more with their pets. For example, my dogs they've always had them, but snuffle mats. Have you ever heard of them?
No.
Right, so a snuffle mat is made out of little pieces of felt and you can hide treats in them. And it's great enrichment. They're using all of the sensors. So lots of people have really got into enrichment, because they didn't want their pets to get bored, which is interesting because your pets can be very bored when you're not at home. But people have focused on that. So now they're used to you playing with them, enrichment, lots of exercise, always being there. So what's going to have to happen is, and if your lockdown hasn't been lifted or it's just a very soft, opening for you, you've got to start establishing a routine.
Yeah.
So your pets start to know that you're going to get back into your routine of leaving the house, but also make sure that you work on separation anxiety, because that's what I think is going to happen.
Right.
I think a lot of pets are going to have separation anxiety. So there are a couple of things you can do. You can hide treats all over your house and toys, so that when you're not there, they get used to that kind of little game by themselves. You could use something like a rescue remedy that helps them. It's a natural thing. You pick it up Whole Foods or Sprouts, and it's a natural remedy, and it just helps them calm down a little bit.
Gotcha.
CBD oil, same thing. Only CBD, not weed.
Yeah.
Because there were a lot of pets showing up in vets because people thought they could just give them the weed, which is ridiculous. But CBD is safe for pets. There's no THC in it, but it really calms everything down for the system itself.
If you're in a place that you can get it.
Well, you can get it from the dispensaries.
No, that's if you're here. But if you're in the UK...
Pet stores sell it. Pet stores sell
even
CBD.
in the UK? Because I thought the whole CBD...
Now they can get it. Yeah, it took a while. So people were asking me, "Can you mail some for me?" But there are many great.
And then that would make you a drug dealer.
But it would.
That's great.
There are many benefits to that, and for people too. I take it. My dogs take it. In fact, me and my dogs do everything together. We take the coconut oil together. We take the CBD. We take Antranex for allergies. so the liver can actually get rid of allergies and stuff like that. With all the same things, but I think you'd have to get your routine going because they're so used to you being there, and it's going to feel very weird when you disappear, go back to work, even if it's for just half a day. It's going to feel very strange.
Yeah.
But it is nice to see that people have really taken the time with their pets and connected with them.
That's good, yeah.
And the shelters have been empty, a lot of them, which is kind of an unheard of thing because so many people realize we're going to be in lockdown for a long time. I'll foster or I'll adopt.
Oh, nice.
And I can guarantee you this, if they're fostering for 6 weeks, they're going to fail. They're going to foster fail, as they like to say, and they'll keep them, which I think is great,
Yeah.
But it's been an interesting switch. Just the sheer fact that people are going to be at home, more pets have got out of the shelters.
Yeah.
Just because they're home. So it obviously tells you when people work, they don't want to get a pet. So they feel bad.
Yeah.
So work on any kind of separation anxiety. Here's a great page that you can go to. It's called Do No Harm Dog Training. My friend Linda, it's her page. She's one of the top trainers in the country. She's a positive reinforcement, force-free trainer. So if you've got any kind of issues, you can go on there and say, hey, I'm concerned about my pets for when I go back to work. What do you suggest?
Right.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
She can give you solutions for the craziest of situations because she's done it all. And if you know Victoria Stillwell, it's me or the dog. Victoria consults with Linda.
All right.
And Victoria's amazing.
Yeah.
So again, positively, Victoria's page, I think, is called Positively. Again, she's another one you can reach out to.
Right.
So that's what's going to happen
Cool.
with pets.
Very good. Very good. So now you said you'd got the antibody test. We know that you mentioned that last week. Another one of our friends actually got the antibody test this
did
week.
they?
One of our regulars, in fact. It was our immigration specialist, Darren Heyman.
Darren, yeah.
He got the test. In fact, he said he went to get the test, and when he went into the clinic there, or into the doctors, they wouldn't let him in unless he was wearing a mask. Which, all right, I get, but he didn't have one. So he's like, well, I can't get my antibody test. So he had an inspired idea. He went back to his car, and he said, this is the advantage of actually having a child. He improvised, and this is how he improvised. he got the diaper and his tie, and actually put this around his face.
Did they accept it?
And they accepted it. So I thought that was brilliant. The fact that they'd he was completely like, well, what do I do? And went back there and MacGyvered it, just completely
MacGyvered it.
figured that one out. So that was a fun one.
Funny. That is creative.
It is creative.
Because if you can't get your hands on a mask and they're asking you to not get the medical masks, so the staff, the medical staff can have them, and maybe you can't sew. What do you do? I mean, there you go. There's your solution.
And I hear that's the only thing he wears now. He doesn't actually have to buy a mask, so that's what he wears at all times.
With your tie around it.
Yes, client meetings.
That is brilliant. So what was the result? Do we know what the result was?
Oh, I don't know.
Darren, if you're watching, what's your result?
Yeah, we need to know.
I'm liking the lighting in here, Ian.
You are?
I'm a little bit warm, but I don't care.
This is our upstairs
right.
studio.
My skin's looking dewy because I'm sweating. But I'm all right.
It is actually warmer up here than it is downstairs, which makes sense, I guess. But that's fine. We'll work with it. So on the Checkaday, it's checkaday.com.
We like Checkaday.
There's a couple of good ones. There's a couple of weird ones as well today. It's International Nurses Day. What a great thing.
Is.
Now, it was National Nurses Day here in the US, I think, last week.
Last week, yeah.
But International Nurses Day today. So that's really a great one.
I would like to say thank you to Sarah McNeil, who watches the show. She is a nurse, a home nurse. So she is going in all these different homes, and she's kitting up in the whole PPE, which they didn't have to do previously. So I want to say thank you to Sarah.
Well, that's great. And usually we reserve the thank you for your service term usually for people in the forces.
Yes, yeah.
But definitely thank you for your service. Everything you guys do right now is amazing.
Mick Burns said he hopes Darren's mask was clean.
Well, he didn't actually specify whether it was new or not, so who knows? Darren, let us know.
And if there's anyone that you want us to give a shout out to who is a nurse, we will most certainly do that.
Right. It's Limerick Day. There was an old man from... Never mind. No, it is Limerick Day, so if you've got a good limerick,
right,
put it in the comments.
Yes.
If it's clean.
Because we can't think of one.
Ish. Yeah. It's National Nutty Fudge Day.
Okay.
Yeah. Or we still haven't. These are just like tempting us
Yeah,
right
no,
here.
I'm going to get that one. The
No.
cream looks amazing.
It's
The
got-
buttercream.
Yeah, it's got that on it. Actually, that's about it. It's kind of a light day in history and national days. Even days in history, there's not really much. In 1941, the first programmable automatic computer was presented, the Z3.
I wonder.
In
I bet
1941.
it was probably as big as this room.
Yeah, well, it was. There was one called ENIAC, which I think was a follow-on from this, which was a whole floor, I believe.
It's amazing, isn't it? And now we're like down to a phone.
Yeah, exactly.
It's amazing.
If only we'd known, maybe we wouldn't have gone that far that quickly. But then we wouldn't be with you right now. And yeah, that's it. It's a light day. It's a light day on checkieday.com, actually.
I want to say hello to Renee, my cousin, and her cute baby. I can't wait for her to come back. I can't wait for my family to come back to Vegas, in all honesty. This cream.
Oh, did you? Oh, you got one. I'll take this one then.
Oh my gosh.
So who else we
Patrick.
got? Sandy's on, and
Oh,
James, greetings from Missouri. I'm not thinking we've got one in Missouri. I think we should.
I don't think we
add
do.
one. Yeah, and this is you notice this big large brain behind me. This was a prop that we built for the Blue Man Group show.
Oh, I didn't know it was part of that show.
Yeah, it's actually automated. It fires out baby powder out of the back. It was
like mind blown.
well, brain fart is really.
I'm more of a lady though, so I would never say that.
That's the way they used it, but that was the prop they used.
that's
in the
brilliant.
show. It's the brains of the company.
Literally.
Yeah.
I want to show people my shoes. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it was a big day today.
it.
It's a big day today. So let me show you my shoe. Hang on. I went for a silver.
Look at you.
I went for a silver. Oh, hang
got
on.
the-
Let's
the
get the
other
camera.
way.
Wait a minute. That way.
That way.
I went for a silver brogue today. Like you do. Look
Oh.
at that. Isn't that fantastic? Fancy pants. Look at me. It's a big day. Big days call for silver shoes.
I can't talk now.
You were glad I was showing my shoes so you could,
I was taking the opportunity, but
chomp that down there.
yeah. Oh my gosh, they are good.
And the cream.
The rest of the show will be just us eating.
Now,
cupcakes.
Patrick, will you share this recipe or not? Because I can't get that scone recipe off him. He said he'll leave it in his will to me, so I'm gonna have to wait a long time. But
It's
He's gonna
they're
share
very
it?
messy though. I don't know. Now, oh good lord,
oh my god, they look good.
they are good. I know. Now speaking of food,
Yeah.
you apparently see those that know we had our cooking challenge, and Sam can't let it go. The fact that I won our challenge, she just seems to have a need to keep
I do.
trying to justify her efforts.
Yes, particularly my pavlova.
Yeah, it's true. And we're going to be having Wayne coming up in just a minute, by the way, so that we'll be chatting with him. But tell us what it is.
I'll eat my cupcake then.
No, don't eat. You got to talk to us about your pavlova
So,
now. The one the challenge that I won.
That you won. I didn't know that. Okay, so our finale, it was the grand finale. We did a pavlova. Neither of us had made one before. And Ian, well, here's what happened. My friend Craig, this is what I did myself in from a point. This could have been the winning point when you think about it.
Oh my God.
When I tried the pavlova, my pavlova, before I tried it, I said, I'll probably take some up for Craig and Nicole, because otherwise we're going to probably eat the whole thing. But then when I had a piece, I thought, I'm not sure I want to share this. And I actually, I did say that on the show, and I think I lost myself the winning pavlova, because Craig voted for Ian. So I went up to Craig's house, and I took 2 pieces of pavlova up for him and Nicole, and this is what happened.
Ian, I'm sorry, but in my book, Sam wins. I didn't get a personally delivered one from you.
Hello. We'll be.
So that's what happened.
That is what happened. No, we're back. That was short.
When I delivered the pavlova, that's what happened. And Craig, if you'd like to change your point, you can feel free to do so.
No, you can't, it doesn't matter because I won by 7-2 on that one anyway. So really,
I got more than 2
I
points.
trounced you.
Oh, I love that word.
Very good word.
Yeah. Do I have crumbs all over my lips?
No.
Would you tell me if I did?
No. These are very crummy.
No, you're good. You're
They're
good. No
delish.
crumbs.
They're delicious.
So
Travis is kind. He'd let me know.
Yeah. So now it's what do you like time?
It is.
Do we have the what do you like thing, Travis?
We do.
We do. I kind of just sprung that on you.
We did.
This is when we this is when we talk to somebody, a British expat who's got an interesting story or not an interesting story. We don't discriminate. And it's called What Do You Like? There it is. So with us today we have Wayne Skivington, who is an acrobat. He's a model. He's a virtual trainer. I guess he's a trainer anyway, not just virtually. He's a real trainer, but right now virtual. So welcome, Wayne.
Hi, Wayne.
How's it going, people?
Very good, very good. Look at you sitting outside there. It's making the most of the weather.
Enjoying the sun?
Yeah.
Exactly. So what's that? Is that your back garden there, or?
Yeah, my backyard.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I live in Las Vegas, so I've got. It's rare to have some land.
Oh, nice.
That's lovely and big.
Look at that.
Trampoline in the ground.
Is that
Trampoline in the ground?
That's cool.
That's brilliant.
Jungle gym, basketball court, axe
All right.
throwing.
We're all coming over to your house.
Yeah.
Do you have good parties over there?
Well, we're still in the process of building, so soon.
I saw a
it's been
football goal there though, so I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
we got a footy goal. My son, he plays football.
Nice.
They call it soccer over here, but
They do.
Got to keep
Very
that
cool.
English in him.
Oh, it looks lovely.
So now, Wayne, you are an acrobat. You're actually a performer in Cirque du Soleil, which means you're
that's
not a
right.
performer in Cirque du Soleil right now.
Yes.
Yes.
You're in a soft lockdown, I guess, at this point.
Yeah. I mean, I've been working for Cirque for 12 years now, so I've done 3 different shows. And yeah, it's weird not to have to perform. You know, I came over to Vegas to do Cirque, and that's why I left England.
Yeah.
And this is the first time I've had this is the longest I've not performed, so I don't know. It's a little bit weird, you know.
I'm sure.
I feel like everything's on pause, so.
Yeah. Now,
But I'm staying busy.
I was going to say, obviously, the training's a massive issue, a massive part of what you do when you're performing. Are you able to keep the training at the same level while you're at home?
Yeah, so basically, like, I mean, I was a Great Britain gymnast in acro sport, and the level you do at gymnastics, at that level, as a kid, you know, I did it till I was 20 years old. You're training 4 hours a day, and it's a little bit, you're a higher level. When you go to Cirque, you're kind of stepping down on your skill set, say.
Right.
So now it's kind of it's just trying to stay in shape. It's trying to stay healthy. You know, you're not performing. You're performing at 100%, but you're not doing stuff that is, world class level all the time. So, I had this conversation the other day actually with my parents. A lot of people that come in now, they come up to the level of you're doing it, and they can't perform it 10 times a week.
Right.
So it's for me staying in shape is the most important part, and the skills are still there. It's like riding a bike.
Yeah.
Second
It's not a
nature.
difficult bike
So
to
now
ride.
you're in Zumanity, and what act are you doing in that show? What's the discipline that you're doing?
So I do an act called Sex is Beautiful.
Oh.
It's a hand-to-hand act
Oh, right.
with a female, a Russian girl called Katerina Pazarova, and she's been doing that act for a long time. She invited me in to do the act about 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And we basically have this like romantic story. I throw her around pretty much, and it's a very raunchy act. Obviously, Humanity is the adult show.
Yeah.
So it's actually probably the best job I could ever dreamed of, especially coming from sport.
So what's your
I
feeling
mean,
now?
I love my job.
I mean, I know that a lot of industries have been hit hard by the coronavirus, and entertainment, and of course is huge, as is Las Vegas in itself. What's your feeling about getting back into getting shows going again? Do you have a feeling or an idea, or how you think it's going to go at this point?
it's going to be interesting to see, to be honest, when Vegas starts up. I feel like a lot of the people that run Vegas, let's say, are all about business. They want it to get back to normal and as fast as possible. But for me, sitting in a theater room with 1,200 people next to you, I don't think it's going to be socially classed as like acceptable right now. So,
right.
I don't know. I mean, personally, I'm enjoying my body recovery time. I just did the Titan Game show,
Yes.
beginning of this year. So that's another thing. So I'm just enjoying that. And then I'm staying busy with building something else. I've been doing this for 12 years now, and I've been forced into think about the next step just in case we don't go back, and really enjoying that part. But I do miss performing.
Yeah. Now
I'm a performer, so I was just going to say, want to get back on stage.
I was saying about the Titan Games. You mentioned that there. Now this is season 2.
Yeah, I watched season 1.
It's on CBS.
Yes.
Oh, you watched it?
I've watched it. Yeah, it's
It was
good.
a new show for me. It's on CBS, and it's
NBC.
NBC, and
yeah.
It's with Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah,
I mean, can you talk much about that, or not really at this point?
I can't talk too much. I can tell you guys I'm on it. I can tell you that it was with The Rock, and the guy's awesome. Like he's a great guy. He's even bigger in real life. So it was a really good experience for me.
Yeah.
I met some really cool people. The whole experience, and it's a great show. And I'm excited. It airs on the 25th of May, Memorial Day weekend.
25th of
So it's
May.
coming up
Great.
soon.
Excellent. That's
25th of May, so it's coming up soon.
I
And the
watched
first episode is like a special, so I'm excited to see what comes out.
So you
Yeah.
can't tell us if you won or not.
Can't
I mean,
get
I'm just thinking that
information out.
might be one of the details. You know.
I have to tell you, those challenges are brutal. Are they the same challenges as season 1?
You probably can't
I
say.
think they kept some.
They kept some.
Kept some the same, and then they added new stuff. So it's definitely you got to watch it. It's a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to be part of, and it's definitely it's definitely one of the best things I've ever done in my life. So
because they have
encourage you all to tune in and watch it.
They have a concrete ball on this chain. This is what they had in season 1, and with a sledgehammer, they have to hammer that thing to the point where they can actually pull the chain and get it up to the ceiling.
Oh wow!
And I mean, honestly, it's like superhuman skills. But it is, and I'm not really into that kind of show, but it's really exciting. I mean, really exciting. But I'll be watching.
It is. They did create some great challenges, and have you ever seen Ninja Warrior?
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's kind of related to that in one sense, but this is like next level. I think,
It is.
I personally believe.
It
And The
totally
Rock's done a
is.
great job of bringing in top athletes, and it's really cool. Really excited to see what happens from
Now,
it as well.
sorry, go ahead.
How was the training for that then? Did you do much different? I mean, how did you did you make a concrete ball and a chain and drag it up and sledgehammer?
So obviously, I was doing 10 shows a week. I train maybe 5-6 days a week in the gym. I have my own gym just behind me with weights, but then I was doing all the groundwork here. I mean, I don't know if you could see that big fence around here. I mean, that was September. This was just dirt. Everything you see behind me was dirt. There was no fence. There was nothing. We had to dig down. Me and my dad and my mom. My parents have moved out here with me now, helping my son. But we dug every single foundation. We took out the old concrete from the old house. Like at the back of this place here, there's a concrete floor. We had to remove foundation as well, and we did it all by sledgehammer.
So that was part of your training.
That's how I trained pretty much.
I saw you dragging that fence. On your video because I stalked you.
I like to do manual labor. I mean, and that's for me to get my hands dirty that's what I'm about, So,
but Wayne,
I learned the hard way.
Did it really? I mean, did it really make a difference to your physique? I'm not sure. I mean, we've got a couple of pictures. I don't think it really any of this training has actually benefited at all. And we're actually looking at a picture of you and your son right now, which we'll get to in a minute.
It's fantastic.
But yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
I'm so glad you're on the show today.
I'm just not sure it's really making a difference. It's not really. I mean, it's not worth it. Really.
I mean, yeah.
Good Lord.
You're going to go home and cry in your pillow, Ian.
Yeah.
After looking at those photos.
I taught him everything he knows. That's basically what it comes down to.
Great physique. I mean, that's work. That's dedication.
Yeah,
you don't get to look like that by not putting the hours in there.
Yeah, don't I know? So now we saw a picture there of you and your son. Now you also have a pretty decent following on Instagram. It's like 124,000 people. I can't imagine why, but I believe, I mean, a lot of the content that you have on there features you and your son. And there was wasn't it like one particular moment where things sort of went a little sort of viral, if you want, with the workout thing you did with your son?
Yeah. So basically, I have a friend. Her name's Gassia, and she has a little girl that's 2 weeks older than Rowan, my son. And her husband is from England, and I'm very close with the family. And she posted a video on Instagram just with the little girl sat on her back doing a handstand. So I just went, inspired by Gassia, and I did something with Rowan on my back. And then from that moment, it just went crazy, like viral. And then Instagram featured me. I've done Good Morning Australia. I've done so many publications, Men's Fitness France, Men's Health UK Online. I did an article with them. So I did a lot of good stuff from that. And then since then, it was just fun. Ron, he sits on my back like it's like his little saddle, as you call it. And he sits there and we do handstands. And even now he's 7 and we can still do it. I'm trying to get him to lift me. It'd be easier for me. But,
I was going to say, when he's 16, he's still going to be able to lift him when he's 16 as well. That'll be good training.
Do you think you'll have an act, the two of you? Because I've never seen a father-son act.
No, it's funny because, TV shows like America's Got Talent, like people have reached out and said you should do an act, and even producers, and I just I don't want to force that on him. He was only 3 when we started doing that stuff, so he was very young, and we did a lot of great stuff and stuff that I'll never forget. Timeless photos and great publications and.
Yeah.
Well, just remember, Wayne, though, we're now looking at the picture of you diving over your son on the beach.
That's amazing.
The one where you're like going straight over there, and which is a fantastic photograph.
It's Photoshop.
It is?
I wish it was Photoshop.
You wish it was.
Okay, so that is real.
I about 100 times that day.
Oh,
wow. The next day I was really feeling the rolling on the sand.
Yeah, maybe you and I could recreate that sand.
There you go, let's do it, Ian.
We'll do it.
We'll tag you, Wayne,
We'll do a version.
I'm sure it'll look just the same.
It is. But
the guy that took the photo is a really good friend, and he said to me when he first reached out, he's like, I want to make a timeless, set of photos with you and your son, because a lot of people will want to brand, they want to brand stuff, they want to sell, but it's like, I just want it to be like something that will be there forever.
Yeah, that lovely connection.
He did a great job, and I believe, I will always, and hopefully my son will be able to show his kids, when he's old, these photos, stuff.
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah,
now,
really
do remember though, Wayne, that you could have the act with your son at some point, because we've got some friends in common, Nikki Dewhurst and Brian Dewhurst, and their father and son, and they performed in Cirque du Soleil here in Mystère.
Yeah.
They were in the show together for a good 8-9+ years.
Right.
And Brian is still performing, notwithstanding the situation right now, in Mystère, and he is. What is he now?
87.
87.
Oh,
He's 87.
What a
still
career.
And so
he's
it could
amazing.
happen.
I worked with him. He's such a great performer, great person.
Oh, he is. Yeah, and
his son is in my show now.
That's
so I
right.
work with Nicky.
And you like the
we're
same.
pretty much neighbours. He lives across the road. Pretty much.
Oh, that's right. He is just around the corner. So it could happen. You could be that 87-year-old performer.
Yeah, I can only imagine how much
confidence.
confidence.
More for pro sports. I can only on a beach somewhere.
There you go.
I can only imagine the confidence it builds for a kid. To feel strong and have balance and this bond with your dad.
Yeah,
I think it's fantastic.
I know.
But those photos are stunning. Oh, lovely.
Exactly. But now you've been on. Actually, I'm coming for Nicky. He's going to have to be on this show next week.
Yeah.
It's going to be a whole theme of it now. So now you're working with this whole lockdown thing. You've come up with this kind of inspired. New kind of. I mean, I don't know if it's because of this, but it's a new kind of business that you're putting out there as well. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so obviously I still have a lot of followers on Instagram, and I did a couple years ago with some online fitness training, trying to teach people skills, bodyweight skills, because that's what my discipline is. But it was kind of slow and didn't take off. But then this time I had a few friends to say, hey man, can you give me a workout? So I was like, oh, this Zoom. So I started. So I jumped on Zoom and I did a workout for followers, and I said, guys, here's the link. And I had so much response from people in Cirque that I sat at home or across the world, though, like in Europe. So I had all these people, asking to do a bodyweight class.
Wow.
because they don't have equipment. I have a full gym, I have the luxury of that. But I know people, especially in Europe, like they're stuck in their apartment. They barely can walk 5 steps before they're locked down pretty much. So basically, I did a workout for people with no equipment, just a towel or a mat, and we just an hour long. It's high intensity, it's interval training, it's a lot of fun, and it just took off. Like I started doing it with and now I'm doing it every other day, and I have over like 250 people right now.
Wow.
I run on mine or one in Europe, which my friend Jack I used to compete with when I was a kid. He's actually in Cirque in Germany, and he lives in Belgium right now, and he's doing the class at 3 a.m. here, so I think it's 11 o'clock in England. So he does it there to repeat it, and I do it here in Vegas. So we have that, and that's pretty much every day. And then I teach. I have my partner from the show. She teaches yoga. So we kind of create a platform in which I'm going to bring in more instructors to teach cool
I think it's
disciplines and cool
great.
skills.
Well, it's so unique.
Yeah, and
it's
called,
such a different way of training, which I think
know.
is great.
And it's called workoutwith.org. Now, we're going to be able to get that on there. Travis, make sure it's on the screen. So, workoutwith.org, which I think is a great name, actually. I think that's really great because especially if you have this whole schedule of different people that you'll be able to bring in and do classes with, no matter where they are around the world, whatever time you want to do it.
It's great.
Now, do the classes go live on the website and then out to social media? I mean, do you just go to the website to do it?
I share a link. So right now they sign up and it's all free. I want to do it free because obviously the lockdown, I don't want to, I felt bad for people.
That's so kind.
Lost their jobs. So we're doing it free. I like to work out. I do it every day. So I thought, why not so I do the workout with you. I mean, you literally work it out. You can see me sweating. Even if you have to sit down, you can watch me struggle. So I've got to do it. But we do a live Zoom call.
Yeah, I might just sit down the whole
We have up to like 50 people.
Eat a cupcake and watch them work out.
But yeah, and that's what I want to do because I love the fact with Zoom, you can turn your camera off. You can still be there. You can watch.
Yes.
You can join in, but you don't have to. If you feel uncomfortable, you can turn your camera off and you can just, until you build up that confidence. And the biggest thing of this whole, the good thing about, I guess, the lockdown was we introduced the social part of it, which was the first 10, 15 minutes of the class. We talk, so we log on a little bit early and we talk, answer questions. And then after the class, we answer questions and people can have this chat. So we kind of created a community. And obviously people right now locked down, they don't have any social. So people are starting to meet people across the world.
Oh.
And it's become a really good thing. So
That's
it's like
great.
people are looking forward to logging on just to see somebody else.
Yes.
And then we do the workout. They get a good workout in an hour. It's intense, but my parents are doing it.
That's
my son does the warm-up. So I created it in a way that, it is for everybody, but you can obviously modify what you need to do. So it's been great. And I'm going to start introduce like stuff like dance, get some of the dancers from the strip to come and do a dance class. Because again, I would never go to a dance class. I don't have the confidence, even though I'm a performer, but to go there and in a group of people and see how bad at dancing I am. So the fact that you can do it with your screen turned off,
Yeah,
once
absolutely.
you feel comfortable, you can turn it on.
Well,
So,
and you could
I'm
have
really
any.
enjoying it and hoping it.
Yeah.
Anything, juggling, we can do it.
That's
I
right.
have a lot
You
of
could.
talented friends.
Yeah. Well, and also you could even
that's
get
the platform
celebrities
we're
too.
building.
You could get celebrities too to come onto the platform. I mean, get The Rock right
The
there
Rock
to get on your platform.
Imagine.
I mean, I think it's actually a really great idea.
And they're different disciplines that, like Wayne said, sometimes you don't want to go with a bunch of other people because you're uncomfortable. And it is one of the good things that's come out of lockdown.
So if people actually want to do one of your classes, they would go to workoutwith.org. What's the process to actually get going with this?
And then just click on the Zoom link and then put your email address in, and then you'll receive a weekly schedule. And with that weekly schedule, you just click on the links and it'll take you straight to the Zoom class. It's very straightforward. And like I said, right now it's free. I just want to build a community. I want to get some people that are interested, that enjoy it. So far, it's growing very nicely into the fact that people are excited to get on.
Yeah.
And then from there, I just want to see where it goes. I want to see what people want to bring in. Like if they want to teach dance, or they want to do juggling or ballet, or I can add the skill sets that we do in Cirque.
Yeah.
And from there, I want to have a community. So we do have a Facebook group, a private group that we can talk and we share our stories on. So in that way, we can connect with people. And I have people from Germany, Belgium, Canada, different parts of America, Argentina,
Wow.
Brazil. So it is really a great way to work out and socialize.
Yeah.
And like you said, like if you don't want to go to the gym, you can roll out of bed, turn on your camera, do an hour's workout, and then you feel good for the rest of the day.
I'm going to be in class. You'll see me there, Wayne. I'm going to do it. Are you going to do it?
I've got the first part really down well. The rolling out of bed. I'm telling you, I've got that.
I'll be there.
It's done.
I'll be there
The other
because
parts-
I love yoga, so I like anything without equipment. I really do.
Actually, we have a yoga class. It starts in 15 minutes. My partner from the show, Katerina.
I love
She's a
this.
qualified yoga instructor, so she's going to jump on and she's going to teach a yoga class for an hour, and it's for all levels. My mum does it, you know, and then you've got advanced yogis doing it as well. So it's a great tool. And right now, when people are stuck at home, I think it's been
fantastic.
It's been very good for people.
Well, it's been good for people's physical health and mental health.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm doing
for
something
sure,
for myself,
sure.
you know.
Mental, yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, back home in England, it's definitely been a very serious lockdown.
Yeah.
It's been very serious for people. I mean, we're in a slightly different spot here, but
It is a little different between here and there for sure. Now you're originally from, you were saying, from Devon, the sort of Exeter region.
Yeah, so we moved to England. My dad was in the military, so I was born in Germany. We lived in Germany, Cyprus, Germany, and then eventually when I was like 7, I think we moved to Devon, and just outside of Exeter, there's a little village called Yarkham. So that's where I grew up. Started doing gymnastics at Honiton, and then from there, my gymnastics took me around the world.
So you're a Devon boy.
I'm a Devon boy.
There it is. There it is.
oh, I think that's
we'll
what
make
a career.
sure that we'll wrap up our show in time so that people can then join the yoga class for
You
know in 15 minutes or so. So we'll do you that favor for sure, definitely, Wayne. But thank you so much for being with us today.
Yeah.
It was really fascinating to learn a little bit more about what you do, and I think this workoutwith.org is going to be really.
I
think it's going to be a huge success for sure.
I'll be
More than
there.
it is already.
I'll definitely be there.
Yeah, sounds like.
And then I'll report
I
back
look
on one of
forward
the
to seeing you.
shows. So let's see how I fare. I'll take a picture of myself after the workout.
There you go.
But I think it's great, and it's been very creative, isn't it? In a time when you could easily just not want to do anything. But I think it's wonderful.
Absolutely.
And I have to say, I've loved scrolling through your Instagram account.
I bet you have.
I have loved it. But those videos of you and your son are brilliant. I mean, really brilliant. You look at them and you go like, oh, look at that relationship. It's really fabulous.
No, it's
so I'm really
fantastic.
glad you came on the show today.
And I hope everything gets back to whatever the semblance of normal might be soon, and you get back on stage. I know that's a place
Do you think they'll
like to
ever
be.
do a virtual show where you're still in the theatre and you're doing the show, but people would pay to log on and watch the show? Do you think that would ever happen?
I honestly hope not.
It's not the same experience, clearly.
It's not the same experience, especially with Cirque.
Yeah.
But I hope we don't have to come to this. I hope we can go back to normal and we can have social interaction, because that's what we are. We're social human beings.
Yeah.
And like to be 6 feet away and keeping this distance stuff. I mean, I guess right now is what is necessary, but I hope we can go back to where we were, because this is who we are and what
Excellent.
Yes.
is important.
We're all hoping that's going to be the case for sure. All right, mate. Thanks so
I do
much for
love-
joining us.
Lovely talking to you,
And
Wayne.
we'll see you
Thank you
again
guys.
soon.
It's been awesome.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Bye,
Take
love.
care.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye bye.
He's definitely not bored. He's got plenty going on.
He's been busy, hasn't he?
I'm definitely going to... I do yoga every day on my back patio. Every single day. So with him having these workouts with that equipment, I'm so excited. I'll be jumping on that.
Well,
that one.
I always like to come up with ideas, or business wise, or just whatever it might be. When I saw workoutwith.org, I was thinking, oh, he's onto something there.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know that there are other places and other people that can do that kind of thing, but just the platform that he's got, and the way he's doing
the
it,
community aspect of it,
and the timing's of course good, but the leveraging, I just think, especially if he's able to have the, like you say, the community aspect.
Let's have a bet on how many followers he's going to have
And then,
through
as he
this,
says,
eating a cupcake. How many followers he's going to get from this, and then additional followers from when he's on at the Titan Games.
Yeah, well, we'll maybe have him back on once we know.
Huge. It's going to be huge. As I say, it's not my kind of show typically.
Yeah.
But it's the challenges. You're just in awe of their physicality. As Ian has a bite of cupcake, I think there was a contestant on there who had one. She had one lung.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's just amazing.
That's how I feel when I work out. All the time.
All the time, like got one lung.
Exactly. So, did you guys enjoy that? I hope you did. That was fun.
Yeah.
We got a lot of the usual suspects are joining us and
Suspects.
are with us right now. So,
Omar's here. Hey, Omar. We got some
joking now.
faces I haven't seen in a while.
yeah, really.
Sue Gilmore, first time at Dallas. Nice, from Oldham. Lovely.
Oh, Dallas. Do we have Dallas on our?
don't
Wait,
know.
hold on. I'm gonna get. It's globe time. Here
I
we go.
think there's no way of eating this without making a mess.
Have I got some stickers? I did have some sparkly stickers a second ago. Where have they gone? Well,
Where's your jewels?
so much. I don't know. Oh, they're on the floor.
Pick your jewels up.
I've just rolled over them. Bear with me. There they are.
I'm trying to get a cupcake.
So wait, what do we got? Dallas. Who we got? We got Missouri. Missouri.
Mick Burns is going to sign up for class. Yep. I'll see you in the class, Mick.
I love that. I see you in the Missouri. We got one on. I think we might have one on Missouri. God, this text is small.
Oh, we got Betia Torres from
Beja.
Henderson. Is it
Yeah,
Beja?
yeah.
It's from Henderson, Nevada.
Well, she qualifies on this one right here.
Giant.
We have the giant. Wait, there you go. That big giant one. That's for us. So that covers
what?
basically Vegas and Arizona and parts of California.
Beisha, drop the website of your cleaning company because I know lots of people need that service right now to reopen their businesses. Drop it in the comments.
And then we've got Germany. I know that we've got some in Germany, so I'm going to put that. Oh, good Lord, I can't even. There you go. This is really interactive. This is great for live stream because you're just watching somebody with very small little
Eve's watching us eat these cupcakes.
sparkles.
Eve's
Make a healthy version of that, Eve.
going to get us for
and
this.
the Netherlands. So we got 2 more, actually 3 more sparkles on there. Right, there you go. Right there in, we're going to say Amsterdam because that's the only one I can see. All right, so there you go. We're updated. So I think, ow, finger stuck. I think that's all we got, isn't it?
Well,
What?
day 1 of phase 1. What did you do? I want to ask you, what did you do?
What did I do day 1 of phase 1? Phase 1 being like,
Opening on phase 1.
I came here. Talk now.
You know what I want you to do?
Tell us now. Talk.
I need a mask. I need it behind a mask.
I'll get Darren to get you one.
Yeah. They said that Town Square was open.
Got a little crumb on your chest. No, I shouldn't have told you.
And I thought,
Our local shops.
I'm going to H&M. There were only 2 shops open, no
Yeah.
restaurants open. I was really disappointed. So we went up through Chinatown. Come on. Oh,
No, you're talking. I'm
I
eating.
went up through Chinatown. Got a tea. And then ended up out at our favourite pizza place. And this is what it looked like when we went to the restaurant. Well, it's just a pizza place. There you go. There were 4 tables. We were sat on one of them. And they were about 8 feet apart. And that was the extent of who was in the pizza place.
Oh, there it is.
Exceptionally clean. Here's the thing. You wash your hands when you get there. You know, use your anti-bac.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you need to. Wear a mask if you need to. We can't wear a mask when you eat in a restaurant. But wash your hands after and fine. You know, no problem whatsoever. But that's how it looks.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I mean, luckily, their business is built on delivery. Luckily, and people just going in and picking up food and leaving. So we ordered at the counter, no menus, it's on the wall. And then someone comes out from the kitchen, here's your food. That's that,
Yeah.
you know. So luckily for them, they haven't done too bad, he said, because they mainly, work on delivery.
you've got a lot of under your nail, under your thumbnail. Look at it. Seriously,
That's the trouble with long nails.
you can just store it there for later.
You
It's like a
you get
hamster.
cream underneath them.
How
And then-
ridiculous!
And in talking of how people have been very useful with their time,
Yes.
I've been very productive.
Have you? Tell
Yeah.
us about how you've been
I'm
productive.
not going to
Sam.
tell you. I'm just going to show you
Oh, I
how
see.
productive I've been.
Oh, good. That's more like Cirque du Soleil. What was that? Ooh, what?
It's a challenge on the internet right now. It's called the oven glove challenge. And you've got to put it on your foot to look like a high heel.
Well, it's impressive.
It was quite good, wasn't it? I need to find another oven glove and then I'll have a pair.
You can actually put something in the thumb and watch you walk around on oven gloves. So you've actually got a heel.
There's something in there. So you're
yeah.
on your toes. But I need to find a second one. But my friends posted pictures. You know the oven thing that's like one piece that you put your hands in?
Yeah.
They had their feet in those. And then, you know, the silicone ones were the best.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a different level of wearing a ballet shoe and going on point. Just go on silicone is what you do.
Oh, good Lord.
But yeah, if anyone else has done the oven glove challenge, send us the video.
Very good.
We will feature it.
Very
so.
good. And as always, if you are watching this for the first time and wondering what the heck this is all about, this is the show for British expats, and everybody loves all things British, is what I say at the beginning. But I mean, it's really just a place where we can get together, don't talk about anything controversial other than today, apparently.
How is Corona controversial? Stop it.
We'll leave it there. But
I think Travis is with me, aren't you, Travis?
There's no sides in this Corona topic, right?
Exactly.
We're all in it
How
together.
everybody feels about it is correct.
Yes.
Because it's their experience.
It's their emotion.
I wish I hadn't
So you
started this
can't.
again.
I know. So you can't knock other people's opinions and experience down.
It's true.
You can't invalidate what they're experiencing.
I'm going to walk a mile in their shoes.
I forgot what I was even talking about now.
Yeah,
yeah.
because I've just stunned him.
You have. You've stunned me into silence. So yeah. So that is the point. That if you like that, make sure you like and share everything that we do here, and join us every week, every Tuesday, as a lot of our regulars do, and join the party. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And we have people like Wayne on, and people can go onto his Instagram now, and
you can look back at all the past shows. They're all on the feed. Just scroll back and you'll see we've had some really fantastic guests.
where are we up to now? Is it 30? This is show 35.
Is it really?
Wow.
Wow.
We're nearly at our 1 year anniversary. Well, we're not, but we will be with the better side of it.
We're on our 35th anniversary.
Exactly.
Let's have a cupcake to celebrate.
All right. So I think with that, I think it's time to probably wrap up the show.
It is. Thanks for joining us.
And thanks for Wayne Skivington for joining us. Thanks, Travis, for doing his thing behind there. Thanks to you.
And you.
And we'll see you next week on Spill the Tea.
Bye, everyone.